And what? In my little Dirk voice. So Supergirl is supposed to outperform Spider-Man. Alright, let's go ahead and check this article out. This is crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, this is absolutely crazy. So we have an article by Jared Saunders. Box office analyst predicts Supergirl will outgrow Spider-Man. Brand new day. Okay. James Gunn Superman 2025 might be soaring at the box office with 570 million worldwide from a rumored 225 million budget. How in the blue hell is 570 million soaring? Alright. But it's not exactly lighting up DC or Warner Bros. Record book. This hasn't stopped box office analyst Luis Fernando from making one of the spiciest predictions of the year. He thinks Supergirl will outgrow Spider-Man Brand New Day when they face off in the summer of 2026. Sir, I'm going to say hell no. But if you come out correct, I'll come out here and apologize. But I'm going to say hell no. And I'm going to explain why after this article. If that sounds familiar, it's because Fernando is drawing a direct line back to summer 2017. Back then, Wonder Woman and Spider-Man Homecoming landed in cinemas 5 weeks apart. Gal Gadot's Diana, fresh from her Batman v Superman cameo, debuted with 106 million and went on to gross 412 million in the US, beating out every summer release that year with 824 million at the box office. Meanwhile, Tom Holland's Spider-Man swung in 335 million domestically and 880.2 million worldwide, his best box office outing. First of all, Wonder Woman is a much more popular character than Supergirl. But I'm going to explain once we're done with this. Fernando points out that Supergirl is in a similar position to Wonder Woman. No, the hell she's not. She's hitting theaters on June 26, 2026. Her solo film in over 4 decades after the 1984 disaster that just made 14.3 million from a 35 million budget. Like Diana, she'll be fresh from a cameo in a major superhero movie, James Gunn's Superman. Then just 5 weeks later, Brand New Day arrives July 31st with Holland fully entrenches as Spider-Man after No Way Home's 1.921 billion run. The competition won't be light either. Both Wonder Woman and Supergirl have had to navigate Pixar. Cars 3 then, Toy Story 5 now, Illumination, Despicable Me 3, then Minions 3 now, Christopher Nolan's epic Dunkirk then, and The Odyssey now, and a live-action Disney tentpole. Not in 2017, but Moana joins the frame this time. Fernando believes the secret to Wonder Woman's success was winning over women. 52% of its audience was female, a rarity for action films. First of all, they portrayed... We'll talk about it. That audience didn't just show up once. They returned often in groups and convinced others to come along. That kind of repeat viewing gave the film remarkable staying power. For Supergirl, the plan could be the same. Get the fanboys and the casual female moviegoers. And yes, casting Jason Momoa as Lobo probably wasn't an accident. Moms who took their kids to see Aquaman for the plot might just show up again. But the 2026 landscape is tougher. Theatrical windows have shrunk to 45 days, meaning audiences can just as easily wait for a digital release. Female-led superhero films also face louder online criticism than they did in 2017, thanks to post-Captain Marvel culture wars. While expecting Supergirl to replicate Wonder Woman's historic run or beat Spider-Man 4 at the box office might be unrealistic, it could still perform strongly. The film has wrapped shooting and now has a full year to polish effects and inevitably shoot a few pickups. Early fan chatter suggests more excitement for a return than for David Cornsweet's Superman. Get baloney, bro. What? Whether that translates into the box office glory against Marvel's friendly neighborhood juggernaut, that's the billion-dollar question. That's the article. So you mean to tell me fans were... So you're saying there's more excitement for her return than David Cornsweet's Superman? No, there was more excitement for Superman, but the film was ass. Let me take a drink of water, man. Okay, that's just baloney, bruh. You're telling me people are more excited for a Supergirl than Superman? That's stupid. Wow. What is up with these stupid things being said in articles, man? Like, people were just saying a lot of stupidity stuff. And they're talking about how women showed up for Wonder Woman. First of all, the way they portrayed women was great in Wonder Woman. Women were strong. They were vicious. They had that women empowerment, you know. The best moment for Wonder Woman for me was when, you know, they went to that little no man land where nobody crosses the land, and Wonder Woman stood up and went through that land. That was an epic moment for women. So we're talking about a movie that portrayed women in a positive, great, strong way. Compared to, we don't know what Supergirl is, but we saw a cameo over at the end of Superman and she was super drunk. So, we're comparing strong women who had abs, who had goals, motivations, standards, discipline, to a drunk Supergirl who flew into Superman's Fortress of Solitude, crashed in there to pick up her dog, and then called Superman, I believe, a bitch. Yeah, women are gonna show up for that. That just sounds so stupid. Oh my gosh. Alright, so Spider-Man versus Supergirl. I'm looking at this in two perspectives. I'm looking at this as a popularity perspective, and then I'm looking at this as where is DC and Marvel at currently. Popularity, Spider-Man blows Supergirl way out the water. She just does. Or he just does. Spider-Man is a far more popular character than Supergirl. Now, going to the other side. Where is DC and Marvel at? After the release of Superman, I don't think fans are not that excited for DC. I'm not that excited for DC. Supergirl, yes, there's an aspect I'm excited to see. Lobo. That's it. That is literally it. I don't really care about nothing else about Supergirl. But I do want to see Lobo. Just like with Superman, I didn't care about that movie. But Mr. Terrific to me he was good. I like Mr. Terrific. It was some corny lines in there, but he was the best part of the movie. I think people are far more excited for Marvel than they are for DC. Fantastic Four was a great movie. It didn't perform that well at the box office because Marvel's past is caught up with them. However, moving forward, Fantastic Four was a good movie. We got Avengers Doomsday coming up with a lot of different characters coming up in there, and then you got Secret Wars. So, I think the excitement for Marvel in general is going to be a lot higher than DC, and I hate to say that, man. I'm a DC guy. I love Batman. I'm a DC guy, but I'm admitting I'm more excited for Marvel. And I think people are also forgetting this as well. Wasn't it announced in Spider-Man Brand New Day that the Punisher's going to be in it? And also Bruce Banner Hulk? Wasn't that, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure those two were mentioned that they're supposed to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So you mean to tell me that people have been wanting these characters to meet, like Spider-Man and Punisher and Spider-Man and Hulk? They've been wanting them characters to meet for years. So you mean to tell me Supergirl, everyone is more excited for a drunk Supergirl than they are for Spider-Man with Punisher and Hulk? I'm not buying it. Now, if it comes to be, if this guy comes and to be right, if he's right, if fast forward time and Supergirl outperforms Spider-Man Brand New Day or whatever it's called, I will apologize to this man. I'm like, all right, bro, you was right. But do I think that? I don't even think it's possible. Hell no. This is like when you're in a fight in the UFC and you're just losing every round, bro. You're getting dominated. And you're just, you know what? The last round, you're just swinging, bro. You're just swinging, trying to get that one lucky punch. That's the feeling I get with this. Because there ain't no way with this article, this guy was serious. Ain't no way. No way. Absolutely no, man. There's no way. Man, a swinger, a lucky punch is what Supergirl will need to beat Spider-Man. Just no way, man. Popularity and then the state of DC and Marvel, yeah. Yeah, especially a lot of the things still going on with DC and James Gunn, you know, saying all these different things. You got Superman going to early digital release, and then trying to say that people are more excited for Supergirl than Superman, and she's a drunk. People aren't going to take their kids to see that. Sure, some moms might go for the plot, Jason Momoa, but you think they want their kids to watch a drunk girl? Come on, man. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Hell to the no, like Austin 316 said, Stone Cold. Can I get a hell? Well, he used to say hell yeah, but this is a hell no. Hell no, this ain't outperforming no damn Spider-Man, bro. This is crazy. If I'm wrong, a year from now or whenever these movies come out, I'll come out here and apologize. But no, dude, there's no. Absolutely not, man. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Supergirl is gonna outperform Spider-Man Brand New Day? Let me know what you think about that in the comments, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. 100,000 subscribers is ground time. Let's get